Alright. You're pissing me off now. The stream went down again? No. Looks like it went down for a second. Little bad dork. You know, I didn't even know his rook was hanging till now. That's unbelievable. Queen a6, rook d1. Bishop b6. Queen a6 isn't very well centralized. I could go to e6, offer a trade of queens. It's definitely the safer looking move. But Russian has this nasty habit of like hanging on in bad looking positions. I'm afraid it might be a mistake to trade queens here. I mean, there is queen a2. Solid choice. Very solid choice. I need to get in h5 while I can. Sensei, yeah, bad. Yesterday was a disaster. I lost a huge hand with a set of aces, nuts on the flop, nuts on the turn. Reverse second nuts. And other than that, it was just not good. Sadly. Don't drink and play poker, okay? I would never do that in a serious tournament or something. I was a little too tilted. Don't mix alcohol and poker, or chess for that matter. I mean, a little bit is okay, but don't drink too much. It's just so boring playing cash. It kills me. It's so monotonous. When, you know, I used to play like lots of tables online. Playing one cash game feels like you're going back to like the dark ages. Alright. The problem with queen a2 is that my queen is a little bit out of play. So you have d7 type stuff. But what he doesn't have is a clear answer to bishop b6. But maybe he does have a clear answer to bishop b6. It's so crafty. Arsenal craft. It's like Minecraft. I guess I could just play knight e5. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about that, brah? Well, I'll tell you what he's gonna do. He's gonna frickin' checkmate me. Thanks for asking, Sidsteg. I know. Usually it's fine. I lost that hand and I kind of tilted. Yeah, it was out of control. Thanks for the game. Herstein has resigned. Guys, we're undefeated. Stork Ripple. Queen f5. Be patient always. This was not a conventional game with Arsenal fan. My opening was dubious to say the least. And it's not over till the fat lady sings. The fat lady singeth. That's an OMG moment right there. Yeah, well, feels like I have to take it. Anything else is like a total disaster. Why can't I take it? You're gonna need to explain me why I can't take that pawn. If I don't take it, I'm dead, or I have serious problems. He's very cagey. Heidi Hole. Poker Stars. Oh no. Oh no. Not the blunder. Man. Check. Well, that's lucky. Good thing I had king f1. I just assumed there would be something there, but if I play knight f3, queen c2, knight g5, he takes on b3 and defends f7. Arsenal's still not done. Not conventional. This one is tough, man. I haven't beat Chess Passionist in the last 5. It's like pulling molars. I mean, I should be winning. Magnus would win this easily. What's wrong with me? Why is it so hard to make progress here? think it's getting hotter. It's getting hotter. It's like hotter than it was like 3 hours ago by like 1 degree in here. Yeah, I thought queen a5, but this is effectively the same thing. I can pop over to the other side, check, Popov. Queen d5, check. There's only one check. Oh no. But it's not, there's no mate. I have no mate. Would that be funny if I got mated? That'd be really funny. Funny haha. He actually has, yeah, he actually has queen takes a4. Okay, I get on d6. Alright, we can round up the d pawn, I don't mind. Oh my god, I just blundered perpetual. Oh my god, I had to go to f8. Are you fucking kidding me? I had to play f8. No, no, no. That sucks. King f8, he has no checks. That's so embarrassing. See, no, I don't understand why I can't make progress in this game. I mean, I've got the open file. Good night. I guess we might have to allow him to trade. I just want to cry. Oh, god damn. Now let me guess. Dude, Arsenal didn't see it. He had perpetual. I guess he's playing for the win. He's like, screw the draw, I want to win. I got Sladgie on the back foot here. He's playing for a win. No sissy. Rook h5, check. King h7, queen g6, check. That's also a draw. Okay, fine. I have bishop c6. Check. Alright. He's just being nice to me. I mean, I guess he's either totally psycho or he's just being nice. Playing for the win, a piece down. Arsenal's he's a little optimistic. No, there was perpetual. Queen e8, queen g6, queen e8, queen g6, queen e8, queen g6. Huh. And the funny thing was, like, I saw king f8. It wasn't my plan, but I saw it. You know, I realized I could do that. And I was like, no, no. Safer on the white squares. Oh yeah, okay. Except for perpetual, it's safer. Big fat checks on e8 and g6. That's a lot safer. But now I have queen g4. I don't know if that even does anything. That was the plan. Okay. Now that's a check. That's also a check. I can't believe how difficult this is. It can't be that difficult. I have to deal with the power of the pawn, power, the pawn. What would Carpacity? I'm losing it. Check King H8. Eventually, I'm going to have to use my pawns. That seems to be the case. I can't win without my pawns. My extra pawn. If I don't have an extra pawn, I'm not winning. I mean, period. And why, either the pawn goes through or it creates threats. But I'm not going to be able to win without pushing these pawns. Right, Asterbait? I can do a check, intermezzo check, queen f5, defending the pawn. Can't hurt, can it? Could possibly go wrong. Pawn fluidity. Oh my gilf. Oh my fucking gilf. What's up, everybody? Guys, you're killing it with the gift subs today. Move 11 subscribed for 96 months. And Mr. Slow with a very generous donation. We got our summer tournament set for August. I have to send a message. Now, King G8 is not a good move here. I saw that. I don't know what you've got planned for me. But I might sacrifice my rook for that pawn on d6. There's a very strong chance of that. I don't like that pawn. It's been driving me crazy for like the last 20 moves. My king's a little bit open. We're definitely making progress. F5 square. The F5 square is so strong. We had a lot of dropouts today, guys, unfortunately. A lot of new people that just like immediately died. Fake bots. Shocky tricked me by pretending to be a beginner. And an interesting game with knight f3, a5, exclamation point. So queen e4, followed by yeah, I must think about it. Clearly I'm taking that pawn. Am I falling into some kind of trap? You can't take it. He loses immediately. So now we're just up a bishop. The d6 pawn, you know, it should be pretty difficult for white to put up any more resistance with that pawn gone. He had his chance. And now, this. That F5 looks extremely strong. F3. All right. Got a rook too. He has bishop h6 maybe. I don't think that will hold, but no, bishop e5 check. Wow. Nah. No. No. Arsenal's last words were OMFG. Now, Chess Passionist is facing a very serious knight f5. He does have a check there. But if, say, I go e2 first, go e2. e2, go first. e2? So what happened? Brookie. We take g2. It's anticlimactic. We got lucky there. Massive blunder I allowed a perpetual. Recap. All right, man. Thank you. Last game. Where is he going? C6 is just hanging. This isn't gonna hold. Well, I recommend a lot of tournaments against 8-year-olds. That'll get your positivity right back. No, but still, it's interesting to try to figure out what went wrong. You know, exactly. Knight f5 is nothing. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was trying to induce. You would weaken yourself. Like I said, not just a little bit more. I still think it was an interesting game, and that's the most important thing. Maybe we can learn something from it, even if the result was bad or incorrect, or, you know. There's a lot of other games that were interesting. You know, were not interesting. Many of them. Were the games that didn't even take place. So, there's that. Yeah. Right. Okay. Okay. So check and e4. No. You can go to queen a1 again. Queen a1. I mean, I should be lost. Strategically lost at some point in that game against Arsenal. Although, I know the opening should be okay, and then I did something wrong. You know, I don't even know what I did wrong. I mean, okay, the queens are on the board, so. But that line that you played, I didn't think it was that typical. Oh, right, in game. That's right, an end game. He's been trying to avoid a trade of queens for a very long time. If he was just one pawn down, there'd be a chance. Not anymore. Yeah, exactly. Against Arsenal fan, my king was in the middle. If you're talking about that. I shouldn't get trapped like that. I don't know what I did wrong. No, maybe I have to play queen g5 and queen takes g2. I thought it was a mistake, but maybe in that position it's actually good. Ironically. If I play queen g5 and take your g2 pawn, you might be obligated to trade queens with queen f3. And then it's not so bad. Let's see, okay? Thanks, Just Passionist, putting up a lot of resistance there. Alright, guys. Undefeated Simul. Yay! 17 wins, 4 draws, 0 losses. A lot of, very rarely, I only do this like once every 6-8 months, maybe once a year. I get like an undefeated Simul. But we had a lot of dropouts, so this sort of half counts. But anyway, Arsenal fans game, I like that. There was the computer guy. That's right. Ruslan Bear left after 2 moves. What's that about? Rainer was an interesting game. I gave him a draw. I thought I was better. What's Up was an interesting game. Reduce was an interesting game. Opening. Nefidov, my tactic worked, apparently, and he resigned. Mr. Slow lost on time. We're going to take a look at that. Arsenal, we're going to take a look at that. Yeah, Kimono was not good. And what else? Herstein, interesting opening. Morales, also an interesting game. A draw. Shaki, I have no comment. And Chess Passionist. Okay, so Arsenal fan, quick review of a few games here. I'm curious about the opening, So we see there's a giant iceberg. Look out. It's the Titanic. Well, the first half of the game was good for you, and the second half of the game was pretty good for me. We both played equally badly. Arsenal fan with 61 cent pawn loss, while I was weighing in at a very strong 82% accuracy and only a 50% or 50 average cent pawn loss. Those are extremely high. That's the kind of cent pawn loss you see in bullet chess, usually. So, but it was a very complicated position. What about the opening, though? You know, I don't know if anybody's playing this anymore these days. Yeah. So, you know, if Munoz Pantoja is the top player to play this line with white, you know, it's not very dangerous. Zyatinov beating a 2550. I thought he was like 1800. Now he's 2100 there. Okay, 2100 Grandmaster, not bad. Anyway, knight to c5. This is not supposed to be a serious move, but okay, it's safe. Ironically, nobody plays that against me, so I have to take. You have to take back, and this is where I immediately probably make a mistake. You know, whereas it's not so good in exchange variation, it might be better to do this here. Oh, so for example, the expert who invented this variation, basically, Svein Johannesson, in 1970, he was the top player in Norway, you know, many times, like board one. That's why they call this the Norwegian variation or whatever. He played this himself, Queen G5. So D4. Okay, so D4 isn't so good. Ah, this is the point. D4 is not so good. But what is dangerous is this. Interesting. So Queen takes G2, Rook G1. And now we get a very kind of sharper position. Queen H3. I don't play this line much, so I don't really recall. So this might be better than what I did, first off. Okay, let's see Queen E7. Yeah, now I'm like totally not sure what the hell I'm doing. This went very badly, very fast. You know, so I would kind of gravitate toward Queen G5 next time. Queen F5, novelty, engine's #1 move. That's extremely subtle. That's why no one found it. I mean, there's some points to this move. Computers love it. You know, they love these square queen moves. And it defends b5, keeps control of the center, it gets off the e file. Wow. That's probably the best move, literally. So for example, c4, or say castles, bishop b7. Oh, now I'm threatening bishop takes f3. Wow, this is how Zyatinov beat this kid. Yeah, well, it's annoying playing a so-called Grandmaster who's 2100. The guy had to like win with black, probably overpressed. All right. Anyway, so Arsenal, the opening. We're playing these two games from 72 and 23. 50-year apart games where this position was played. So F6 got a big fat question mark. Not surprising. This is my attempt to be at being creative, but it's just too slow and too weakening. So the best move was Queen F5, and this is what this kid played and lost. Knight on BD2. It doesn't look particularly dangerous. Knight on BD2, Bishop E7, Rook E1. He doesn't play Rook E1. Wow. C4, and now Black played a weird move, Bishop F6. He should have just made the normal move here. White is a little better. Alright, anyway, so F6 was really bad. And C4 was a nice move. You didn't try to chase me here. You play C4. You start action on the other side of the board, complete your development. This is another mistake, apparently. I don't know. Whatever. And now this. So D5 is good. Queen A4 check, not as good. And then King F7 is, well, what do you want me to do? Knight on BD2, Knight E7, H3, Queen C8. Yeah, I mean, I'm critical condition here. You didn't finish me off. It reminds me a little bit of like the Berlin defense or something. Yeah, interesting. It's interesting. You're like +3 almost. And yeah, you're tempted. You became tempted by G4. So that I have, I mean, obviously if I take on E3, you have some pretty clear-cut ideas. Computer actually thinks I should. Well, I bet you I wouldn't have won that game if I had taken on E3, that's for sure. Might have drawn. Then I started to play better. C6 was actually a good move. And this is where I started to go up. You lost the thread. Queen D3 was good. Well, computer wants to take with the pawn here. That's very counterintuitive. Anyway, alright, good game, Arsenal. Obviously you had a draw. But in addition to this, G6 is brilliant. Can you believe that? That draws. Well, not quite. Let's see. G6 is brilliant, man. So this is unreal, right? I mean, this game was so complex. I had to play Bishop B6, but I was afraid of something there. G takes F6, Bishop B6. What was I afraid of? I don't understand. There was something here. I must have had a hallucination. I had some sort of hallucination. I mean, I looked at Bishop B6, I was going to play it, and then I had some kind of hallucination. And I didn't do it. Oh, Rook C7. Wow. It's not enough for white. I just really had a hallucination. After 95 though, this is awesome. G6. I have to take, man. And apparently you're like drawing this. Queen D3 check. Oh my god, you have to sack a rook. E4. Rook E4. Bishop E4. Queen E4, your full rook down. King F6. Queen F4 check. King E6. Queen G4 check. Oh my god. I'm a rook up and I can't get out of the checks. Wow. So you actually had like 2 ways to save it. After this you're lost again. And then I blundered. Oh my god, I thought you were better. No. Okay. Yeah, it's just a draw. I don't know, the computer saw something at first. So I have to play king f8. Yeah. All right. Interesting, though. I think there's a lot to look at there. It was a very, very complicated position. All right. So Morales was a draw. Pretty good game, relatively speaking. I was much better, apparently, after f3. He turns the plus 1.5. I'm plus 2 after h4, knight h7, e4. This isn't such an interesting position. Yeah, that was a correct game. Where did we leave book? This is this weird line. Peter doesn't like knight c3. Peter. Did I have this before? This exact position? No game found. Ah, so I played bishop g5 for the first time. I haven't played bishop c1 yet. Alright, so that's interesting. That was a new attempt against Morales' Bogo Indian. Sladgie played a5. Whoa, in the final position, I was still that much better? Dude, computer thinks I'm winning. I gave Sladgie a draw in a winning position. I'm such a nice guy. So I should just trade rooks, let his rook roam on the back rank with my bishop. This rook protects the base of my pawn chain. He can play f5, whatever. And I just walk in, just stroll in and take his pawn. Rook d6, g4 check. It's not so simple. Rook d6, g4 check. King somewhere. And bishop g1. Anyway, I was a nice guy. Sladgie got a draw with his a5 defense. Herstein. This is not good. I was just totally messed up. I can't believe there's no games here. What did I do wrong? Oh, sorry, that's my games. Yeah. So b3, it's Leko Kramnik. Akopian Kamske. So c4 is too early. That's why you need to really know your openings. Herstein knows better than me what he's doing here. I never ever been a fan of playing b3 in the Lopez. That's very subtle. So this quickly went south. I was in serious trouble after the stupid c4 move. Well, Akopian actually did this too. Oh my god. That's unbelievable. So apparently b4 is even stronger than c5. Because I can take. It's very materialistic. Okay. Yeah, he's just clearly better putting pressure on my e4 pawn. There's nothing I can do. It got so bad that you had wow, he even has d5 here. Dude, I'm totally dead after d5. This was a disaster. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing. I had no idea what I was doing there. Aaron Williams, Jr., Hank Williams, he left the game. There was some question about he got cheat detected. What else? Nefedov. When Nefedov resigned, wow, he was winning. Nefedov, you're winning. Wow, so my fancy move is actually unsound. Yeah, I had a feeling I might have something better here. I do. Knight g5 right away. Way better pawn sacrifice. Yeah, I had that feeling when I made the move that I probably have something better there. But after f6, I'm Mr. Smart Guy. I played queen h5. So it was double blunder. Why is it a double blunder? Oh my god, he can take? Wow, that's so stupid. I hallucinated that I had knight f6 check, forgetting that he can take with a rook. And he just believed me. That doesn't work. Oh man. So the only way to beat Nefedov is like a total blunder, bluff cheapo that doesn't work. And then he blundered back. At least my combo worked. So I was lucky. Usually Nefedov was lucky. I was lucky. Undefeated Simul, man. I was in trouble in all games. Also, Mr. Slowhand. He was better all the way. Of course. We're following theory. Ponomarev Parawana. Tunu Tits. Tony Tits. Unbelievable. Dr. Tits. So, we're following a correspondence game. Mr. Slow, you didn't find Queen B1. Very surprising. Oh, you played the same move as Dr. Tits. The actual Dr. Tits was an Austrian player. Alright. So anyway, we had a kind of dry game with Mr. Slow, which I didn't deserve to win. But I'm suffering and surviving until rook f8. I have to make some other solid move. So this was a mistake, allowing take, take, take. So take, take. This is very deep. It was too deep for Mr. Slow. Take, 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 and take. Okay, he was in time pressure by then. That was really dumb to allow that, and then you don't do it. I thought I was worse here, though, in the final position. I thought I was seriously still worse. It's just a slightly worse. Final position slightly worse. Rook f1. Yeah, something like rook f1. Knight d2. It's equal. Okay, I'm equal. But I didn't deserve to win. Last, what else we got? I was really lucky. A lot of people dropped out. Oh, by the way, Iron Semyon played a perfect game with me. He played bishop to c6 and offered a draw. My question would be the previous position. Am I right to play bishop e6? Because I didn't want to do it, but I thought, how bad can it be? And then he offered a draw. No, I'm going to take the draw here. I don't think that black has very good winning chances in this position. That was the Kraken. Oh, Reuner, right? I gave him a draw. I was winning. I'm a nice guy. It wasn't easy, though. You know, winning this isn't easy. But the fact that his king, you know, has this missing h7 pawn, I think increases white's chances of winning. I'm up the exchange plus I can access his king position with like a rook lift or something. So I was kind of generous with Shaki and this guy. What's up? Oh, Redusu. Redusu had a good opening. Redusu had a very good opening. I thought white is better. It's funny, in the game also this guy played bishop takes f6 in another game. But I thought it would be interesting to try retreating the bishop. But it's very safe. But later, I equalized. And then this was a risky plan, but so f3 is a big mistake. Yeah, I thought I might have to sacrifice a pawn here. I'm dropping my a6 pawn, you know? This isn't good. Grunfeld variation. Yeah, what happened in the opening? Queen a4 check here. Takes. Oh yeah, normally I play knight e4, I guess. Or castles. So I played bishop d7 early. This is oddly the computer's #1 move. Everyone else played queen c2, but not him. You're the first person to play c takes d. It's Vaganyan, let's see, Peterson, Spassky, 1988. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I was solid there. All right, guys. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Thanks for the gift subs. Ominous Monkey. Ominous Arsenal fan. Ominous Asterbate. I'm going to go get some dinner, and we'll be back Tuesday with Blitz tournament of some sort. Thanks, everybody. It's late. I'll see you all on Tuesday. Have a great night. Thanks for your support.